Have you ever shared too much and lived to regret it? I have. One of the things I've learned as I've gotten older is not everybody deserves to know you. Not everybody deserves your openness and honesty. And it's really, really important that you're careful about what you share, when you share it, and with whom you share this information. Not everybody has your best interest in heart, and many times what you share can and will be used against you at some point. Yeah, we all want to share to try to sometimes get validation or looking for support or in an attempt to build relationships. We figure, well, we'll share about ourselves, we'll get to learn about the other person, and it helps to build stronger connections. Stronger connections come with time and going through stuff and seeing who stays in your corner and who consistently has your back. Sharing information about yourself can come to bite you right in the butt. One of those things that you want to be really careful about sharing is your weaknesses and past mistakes. Once you share those, you can never unshare them. And people, they'll hold on to it. They'll remember everything you said and they'll kind of judge you by it or always have you within that framework. They may even remind you of it from time to time, and usually at the times when it's least appropriate. So be really careful if you're trying to share past regrets and things you've done wrong. It may feel like it's helping to build a connection, but really it's giving the other person power and ammunition over you. You may think twice about it. Second thing you want to be really careful sharing about financial information. You don't want to be seen as an ATM and you don't want to hear any garbage about the past mistakes you've made. We've all made them, we've all been there. If you're going to share really personal information like financial stuff, think twice who you're sharing it with. You don't need that coming back to you about, oh, remember those times when you spent the money on this and you didn't pay the bills and you got behind? Boy, that really sucked for you, didn't it? Who needs that in their life? And you don't need people knowing about your amazing successes either, because you don't need to be an ATM or a backup plan for anybody. Relationship conflicts, you do not want to share your relationship problems with anybody. I think we've all been there and done that. And guess what? Whoever you share them with, they will never forget. And they will never view your partner, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, the same again. They're always going to have that kind of grudge for them. Why? Because they don't get the good parts of them that you do. The story you told them was only from your point of view, so they didn't get the full picture. And if they're your friend and loved one, they care about you, they're always going to have your back. So when you go out there telling them about the fight you had or how they did you wrong, they're never going to forget. And you're going to move on and want to stay with that person and want that person accepted. And it's not going to happen. And it's your fault. You ruined it by sharing personal information. Deep pain and trauma is another one you want to be careful sharing. Yes, somebody might be able to commiserate with you or you might get that understanding, but again, they're often never going to let you kind of grow past that and put it in the past and leave it there. And you may end up feeling kind of weird about the relationship or friendship because they know this stuff about you that you want to put way behind you, put it in the ground, go on, you're moving forward. And what's going to happen is the relationship, the friendship, or whatever, it's going to be ruined because eventually you're going to know and remember that you told them this stuff. You're going to want it in your past. And unfortunately, that relationship and friendship may have to also go by the wayside in order for you to totally cleanse yourself of that and get away from it all. Kind of like a snake that sheds its skin in order to grow. You may end up having to shed those relationships because they're from the past and they have the knowledge of this bad stuff that you want to totally put behind you. Yeah, your future plans and dreams, that's another one. Be careful who you tell because guess what? because of their own bias and their own jealousy or shortcomings, they're going to start giving you bad information like, why are you going to do that? It might be dangerous. Tell people I want to go start a YouTube channel. What are you kidding me? You're 60 years old. You're going to get bad comments. No one's going to watch your videos. And next thing you know, you never start doing what it is that you wanted to do. And because of somebody else's issues, you now put something beside that might have turned out amazing for you. It's not good. I had a friend that she wanted to go on this cross country road trip. She was a little bit older and had an illness, and she wanted to just do that. Well, everybody was trying to talk her out of it. They were telling her, oh, what if your car breaks down, or what if all this and that. Luckily, she went. But the point is, be careful who you're sharing your hopes and dreams with. Or maybe if you want to share them later after you've already gotten them started. You don't want to be talked out of something that could be the best time of your life. Resentments, grudges, bad things, don't share any of that either. All it's going to do is bring down the other person you're talking to. They're not really going to understand. It may even make them feel kind of weird and suspicious about, like, oh, what are you going to be talking about me or saying about me? They're not really going to get it. So don't bother sharing it with them. It's just going to be seen as negative. They're going to judge, and they maybe even will gossip and spread things around and tell the other person you have a grudge with or a problem with all about it. And then you're going to be like, what the heck? Why did I share this? So the whole real message here is just be really careful who you share what with. I'm a human. I get that we're all looking for that connection and sometimes validation, but it can come sometimes from the weirdest places, like on a YouTube channel. You can look in the comments section and realize, okay, I'm not the only one that's experiencing this or feeling this. And that can help. That can help validate, and it can help you feel less alone with things. And it keeps you protected. You're not out there putting this out to somebody. You can even share things in the comments section. No one's going to see it. You can get it off your chest. You can see what other people think of it. You can connect in that kind of way. I find two good ways to connect that feel safe to me is social media sometimes, and also using AI, talking to my AI bot. It helps me talk something out. She's not going to run around and go gossip on me or judge me. So I get that we need the connections, the validation, the support. There's other ways. Be really careful who you're talking with out there. Don't share things and then live to regret it. I think we've all been there. Thanks, guys.